There is a pattern that almost no one talks about. You work hard. You build something. A career. A relationship. A version of yourself you are proud of. And then, at some point, you start pulling it apart. Not all at once. Quietly. A decision here. A reaction there. A moment where you knew better and did it anyway. Afterward, you wonder, why did I do that? Why do I keep doing that? This isn't weakness. It isn't bad luck. It is not a character flaw. The Bhagavad Gita identified exactly what this is, thousands of years ago. Once you understand it, you will never look at your own behavior the same way again. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Think about the last time you were genuinely close to something good. A promotion within reach. A relationship going well. A streak of deep focus. And then, something shifted. You said something you didn't need to say. You made a choice that complicated the path. You pulled back, right when leaning in mattered most. Why? Most people answer with self-blame. They say, I am my own worst enemy, but that is just guilt dressed as insight. It changes nothing. The actual answer is more precise and far more useful. The Gita describes 3 fundamental forces that govern all human behavior. They are called the Gunas: Tamas, Rajas, and Sattva. Tamas is inertia, the weight that keeps you stuck, avoiding, and numbed. Sattva is clarity, the state of clean perception, steady action, and genuine peace. And then, there is Rajas. Rajas is the force that moves you, but without direction. It is restless energy, urgency, ambition that has lost its anchor. The Gita describes it as the force that binds through attachment to action. It makes you move, but not toward what you actually want. This is the hidden force behind self-sabotage. Your Rajasic energy got you started. It gave you the drive, the hunger, and the initial push. That part is good, but Rajas does not know when to stop. It keeps pushing after the pushing is done. It creates urgency where patience is required. It generates noise when silence would serve better. The Gita puts it precisely. Rajas is of the nature of passion, born of craving and attachment. It binds you through doing too much, reacting too fast, needing things to move when they actually need to settle. Self-sabotage is not passive. It is active. It is a call you make, a decision you force. Underneath it is Rajas, burning without a destination. This shows up differently for everyone, but the loop is identical. The high achiever who ruins a relationship by pushing for more before it's ready. The entrepreneur who jumps to the next idea, right when the first one needed focus. The professional who speaks sharply in a meeting, simply because the silence felt unbearable. These are not failures of intelligence. They are failures of inner regulation. Rajas convinced them that action was required, that moving was always safer than stillness. And each time, the action they took pulled down what they built. You don't want to kill this energy. It is your drive. You want to direct it. The Gita's answer is what it calls viveka, discrimination. The ability to see clearly what a moment actually requires, rather than what your restless energy demands. The Chandogya Upanishad states, "He who knows the self crosses over grief." Knowing the self means knowing which force is operating inside you right now. Is this clarity speaking? Or is this Rajas? Is this genuine insight? Or is this restlessness wearing the mask of urgency? That single question will change what you do next. Here is the practice. The next time you feel the pull to react, to push, or to force something forward, pause for just 10 seconds. Do not suppress the energy. Just identify it. Ask yourself, is this Sattva or Rajas? Sattva feels quiet and sure. Rajas feels urgent and tense. It demands now, even when the timing is wrong. When you can feel that difference, you create a gap. In that gap is your freedom. The things you built and then destroyed were not ruined by bad luck. They were destroyed when Rajas moved faster than your wisdom could catch it. That is not a condemnation. It is an explanation. And explanations can be worked with. The Gita does not tell you to stop acting. It tells you to act from the right place, from sattva, from clarity. That is the warrior's real discipline, not the discipline of doing more, the discipline of knowing when to stop. You are not your own worst enemy. Now you know what to call the force. Now you can see it when it rises. And the moment you can see it, you are no longer controlled by it. Win the inner war.